Great. So guys, I am here with Donny Parenteau, who is actually up for a Juno nomination for Aboriginal Artist, as well as 10 SCMA nominations, which is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Where were you when you found out about all the nominations?
Oh, I think I was actually at home, and I got a text for the Juno nomination for Aboriginal Album of the Year. I got a text from Eric Bachman. He works with Sask Music, and he was there in Toronto when they made the announcement. And so he texted me right away and said, "Congratulations, man, you got one." So I thought that was kind of cool. And then when the Saskatchewan Country Music Awards came out, and I found out I was received 10 nominations, this now puts the amount of nominations I've received in 10 years' time after retiring from Neil McCoy. I'm starting my own band in 10 years. I've received at 6 major award shows across Canada, 107 nominations.
That's completely crazy.
I know. When I sit back and I think about it, even saying it, it's just, but it's something that I'm proud of, because the main thing is that I try to tell everybody out there, you're only going to get out of whatever you do in life what you put into it. And I'm a workhorse when it comes to working, when it comes to doing things. And if I put my mind to something, it will happen. That's just the drive that I have inside me to do things.
Awesome. That's definitely the mindset you want to be in, especially with the music industry.
Well, especially today.
Yeah.
Today with the music industry the way it is, and especially the independent artist, and all the second mortgages that have been taken out there, with all these people that are just striving for that same goal. Eventually someday you just have to sit back and look and say, am I happy where I am? Yes. So, K-Leigh, am I happy where I am? Yes.
I'm glad to hear you are happy where you are.
I'm very happy.
So this Saturday you're part of the Juno Fest. I'm so used to the CCMA version of it. For anyone who hasn't been to that event, what can you tell them about it?
As far as Juno Fest, as far as getting a chance to perform and getting out there, the amount of music that's going to be in Regina, and I'm not just talking country music, I'm talking all music. Mm-hmm. The amount of music that's going to be surrounding Regina is going to be like a symphony going off. It's like a symphony explosion. I'm really looking forward to it. Just looking forward to being a part of it. If anybody's ever been to a country music award show, you only see the country side of things. What you see here at the Junos, all music. So that's why, to me, when you receive a nomination at the Junos, if you're living in the United States, that's like getting a Grammy nomination.
Mm-hmm, it totally is.
It's one of the highest you can get. So I'm deeply honored to even be a part of this. Not just once, but this is my 3rd time. Which
is amazing.
Well, thank you.
So back in November, you had released your latest CD, Bring It On. So, and I read that you recently had that CD included in the 100-year time capsule.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. There was a special song that I put on the CD, and it's called Deep in the Heart of Saskatchewan. And it's the one that I performed live last year on Parliament Hill in front of the Prime Minister and the Governor General was there. And I decided to do that song to pay homage to Saskatchewan. And as soon as I was finished it, I had some special people that were backstage, and they encouraged me and said, you need to record that on your new album. And I said, but I already have my 10 songs. And they said, well, make this album 11. You can't miss that song. So I did. And what happened was the Premier of Saskatchewan, Brad Wall, contacted me. He was coming through town, and he wanted to pick my brain about the music industry and how he can help Saskatchewan artists with their music. And so I went, and I had the CD with me. And I told him, and I said, do you remember this song when I wrote it? Because the first time I ever sang that song was for him, for Brad Wall, and it was a Western Canadian Premiers Conference. There were 7 premiers in the crowd from across Canada. And I wrote that song that day, and I sang it that night. And it just took a life of its own after this. So I handed the CD to the Premier, and I said, it's up to you now to do something with this, because I wrote this song for Saskatchewan. You take it and tell me what you'd like to do with it. So I got the email 2 days later, and he says, we're going to honor you with this. And it's one of the hugest honors I think I've ever received as far as music, when you're the only CD placed in that time capsule.
That's amazing.
There's only 2 pieces of music that's in the time capsule. There's a symphony piece, and then there's my CD. middle name as far as I could. So I'll still continue to do that while I'm here on Earth. But just think, 100 years from now, they're going to be talking my name again. You know, and it's mind-boggling.
That is. It's definitely something to think about.
Saying, what is a CD?
Yeah, exactly. What is that? Isn't everything digital now? So you were talking about songwriting and how you wrote that song in a day. Is songwriting something that you find comes naturally to you?
Well, I'll tell you what. I was just talking about this earlier in another interview, that the songwriting happens to me when it comes. I don't turn the switch on. I don't turn it off. I cannot do that. Some people can. I find when I try to do that, it's like forcing something. So I let it come naturally. Whenever I feel like writing, I'll pick up my instrument and I'll write. And it just happens. So sometimes it happens faster than other days. And other times I can go 2 weeks without even picking up, having the desire to write something. But I'm always looking, when you start writing a song and you figure out your first song and you start writing more, when you get to about 50 to 100 songs, you start looking at the world a little differently. You could look at the same spot. You and I, K-Leigh, could look at the exact same spot on the wall, and I'll see something that you don't. And it's not saying anything bad about anybody. It's just that visual opens up a wider. Your vision is a lot wider when you start to write. The creative juices start flowing, and you look at things differently. You can even look at the skyline a little different than the average person. And I think songwriters are like that.
For sure. It's definitely, songwriters are definitely a different breed. And they're a special one that's out there.
Oh, I appreciate that.
So, is there anyone out there that you haven't co-wrote with yet that you would love to?
Oh, I mean, I would absolutely be thrilled and honored to get as far as like Americans. I would be thrilled and love to sit down with Merle Haggard and write a song. Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, people like that. As far as fellow Canadians, Ian Tyson. I'd love to be able to sit down with Ian Tyson and write a song. I'd love to be able to sit down with so many people. There's so many great Canadian artists that are also out there. Gordon Lightfoot. I mean, all of the ones that have paved the path. Those are the ones that I kind of draw to. I'm always real big in saying thank you to the people that started this entire thing, and I always will be. I'm a very traditionalist when it comes to that.
They need more traditionalists like that out there.
Well, to me, when it comes down to just the raw talent and the music, and not about the image, not about the way you dress, not about how many hits you're getting on cyberspace or whatever you're on. It's not about that. I'm about the music. And that's what I think the world needs to go back to. Because right now we're in such a visual world, a visual industry, that the creative people are being crushed. You can't crush creative people. It's like taking a bird and saying, you can't fly anymore. Watch what happens when that bird can fly again. Poof, they're gone.
Exactly.
So it's going to happen. It'll happen. So that's just where we are today. I'm not complaining about it. It's just that's what I see. I see that happening with the entire music industry. It has gone more visual than it is music.
You are completely right with that. So I saw on Facebook that you have just recently opened up a music school.
Yes.
What made you decide to take on that venture?
Well, it's something that I've always had in the back of my mind to do, and to eventually it's another part of my career that I wanted to do, because this talent that I do have, that I was blessed with at the young age of 14, I wanted to be able to take that and to share it with people. Because like my mother said, don't ever take your talent for granted, because it can be taken away as fast as you got it. So I want to be able to take what I have and the knowledge that I've learned all through the years of not just playing the instrument, how to play the instrument. How do you sell that instrument when you're on stage? That's what makes the difference between somebody that just plays an instrument, like let's just use a fiddle as an example, and you stand up there and play, and you can play Warp 9, it just goes as fast as you can, but then you can put Charlie Daniels right next to you. Guess who's going to get the standing ovation? musician.
Exactly.
Because of the way he sells the instrument. This is what I try to do different. I try to bring a different approach to teaching. That it's not just teaching you how to play the instrument, it's what to do with it once you walk out that door. That's what I love to do.
That's a smart way to go about it.
Well, thank you.
So for fans who don't know where to find you online, where can they find you?
They can find me basically at my website, go to donnyparenteau.com, or you can find me on Facebook. People Facebook me a bunch. I'm a terrible tweeter, so I'll let everybody know that flat out. I mean, to me, tweeting what I'm drinking for coffee that morning is not really what I really want to do. But if people just want to email me, text me, whatever, just to get a hold of me on my website or Facebook, I mean, that's usually the best thing.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time out. I know it's a busy week for you with the Junos this weekend and then the SCMAs next weekend.
Well, thanks